all-winter concert. So happy to see everybody. It's lovely to see so many wonderful faces out there. And we hope you enjoy our concert. Because I have nothing else to say right this minute. Thomas. For our choir, we're full community chorus. So you can just come and sing anytime you want. But you gotta commit, right? And you know, we make it look easy, but we work really hard, right? I mean, we have to work really hard to make it sound this good. This is one of my old timers. Would you say your name?
Wendy Sanderson.
And how long have you been with us?
9 years.
And she's gonna introduce the next song.
The next song will be September. And as some of you may recall, and if you've even never ever heard of Earth, Wind, and Fire, surely you've watched some movies, heard some commercials, seen some television shows which feature this song. Anytime a character is having a party, up comes September and everybody boogies. Well, they've been around since 1969, a long time. And Earth, Wind, and Fire have a unique blend of Afro-punk, funk, pop, jazz, and they've been around a long time. And when my daughter Kate told me that her husband Eric had gotten them tickets to see an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert, I thought, well, that's nice. Another oldies show. The audience will all be gray hairs. The performers will be gray hairs. It might be a bit of a snooze fest, but have fun. So they got there, and she's sitting they're sitting in the audience, and the lights are beginning to dim, and she's getting a little nervous because she sees, well, first of all, she sees an amazing diversity in the audience. It's not what I thought. Every age, gender, race, you name it, style of dress, they were all there. But she's getting a little nervous because the lights are going low, and there's one very old, infirm gentleman who is slowly inching his way down the aisle. She's hoping he gets to his seat in time. He's got his arm on a cane and his other arm on his wife. and he's almost made it there, but then the music starts, and it's September, and the man lifts up his cane into the air, lets go of his wife, and boogies down the aisle. Fantastic. So, if you are inclined to boogie down the aisle just now, feel free.
Jen, how long have you been with the choir?
Oh, 5 minutes. I started last week. I knew. Okay, well, they wanted us to tell a story. This next song, I know it very well. 23 years ago, I set out on a solo cross-country journey to California. And this song was blasting on repeat. I sang it at least 50 times before hitting the Pennsylvania-Ohio border. And really, I was dreaming about warm, sunny days ahead after living a lifetime of bleak Northeast winters. And coming from a small New England town, I really didn't have any perspective of size, the size of our country, the size of California. And I found myself living in a ski town at 8,000 feet where it snowed over 200 days that year. I'll just have to say, California, I had determined, was overrated. Okay? And the preacher, like the cold, knew I was going to end up back in the Northeast. But that doesn't mean I still don't dream of California, especially at this time of year when all the leaves are brown.
Oh.
Do they know
Do they know that they're supposed to sing along with us? I hope you're going like this. I showed you that you are supposed to sing along. Do you know that you're supposed to sing along with us?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know this song? Yes. Okay. You can sing along then, please.
Okay,
this is our, that's Thornton. I'm going to introduce our band, Tom McCoy. He's hiding, but he sounds good. And our soloist, we just met him today. Richard what? Charney. Richard Charney. Okay. We have our own little special quartet.
So I'm a big fan of Gus Kahn's lyrics, so I wasn't surprised when I learned that in 1931 he wrote the lyrics to our next very sweet song. The first song I ever sang at the age of 3, where I tap danced and sang, was Pretty Baby. And it was also written by Gus Kahn. Currently, I sing 3 other songs he wrote, so I am a fan. This song was originally made famous by Ozzie Nelson, but it really made it a hit when Mama Cass of the Mamas and the Papas took it to its highest rating fame. So I like their music, but I was very surprised that they were doing an old standard. But Mama Cass made it all her own. Gus Kahn seemed to like to write about dreaming, He also wrote I'll See You in My Dreams and You Stepped Out of a Dream. Now the word dream is a wonderful word because it suggests endless possibilities. As you may know, our talented director, Cat, she dreamed of having a choir with a positive message. And here we are, the Dream Choir. She dreamed it up.
It's true.
Now we four, Yumiko, Linda, and Joanna and I, dreamt of having a quartet. And here we stand before you, the Dream Quartet. You can dream when you're awake, you can dream when you're sleeping. And both dreams can be equally as powerful. You could dream of greatness, you could dream of having a kid, but all things are possible if you dream deeply enough. A girl may think of a boy as being dreamy, and as they sadly part, she might sing this song to him, saying, "Dream a little dream of me." And now the Dream Quartet will sing it for you in our 4-part barbershop harmony style. Dream on.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave our worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream, just a little dream. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave our worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream, just a little dream. Dream a little dream of me. Ooh,
It was the Dreamsickles, Linda Thornton, Joanna Faber-Manning, Susan Cizzano, and Yumiko Marie.
Our next song is Winter Wonderland. And while it's a very beloved secular Christmas song, it isn't a Christmas song at all. There's no reference to Christmas. It's about lovers walking through a park in the wintertime. It was originally written by lyricist Richard Smith while convalescing in a sanitarium from TB, which is also known as consumption. The year was 1933. The scene from his window brought back memories of his childhood home where he looked across at a park. So he was inspired to write this song. He sent it to pianist Felix Bernard to compose the music. First recorded in 1934 for RCA Victor, Smith probably never heard it, as he died that year from consumption at 34. Guy Lombardo's version of the song was released in 1934, and was instantly one of the most loved songs. It has been recorded over 200 times by different artists. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a Christmas album anywhere that doesn't have this song on it. But for me, it'll always bring back memories of holidays at home growing up. We never had a family gathering that didn't end with singing around the piano, with my mother plinking away on the ivories, and all of us doing our best to sing harmony, which was just made up on the spot. I really believe that's how I learned to sing harmonies, and really how I learned to sing to begin with. But when my daughter Keely was little, she used to love to perform for the family. And she would put on shows, you know, she'd make tickets and a program and everything. But she put together a show one year for Christmas, and Winter Wonderland was included in that, which we sang together. But somehow I always remember her singing the lyric, "In the meadow there will be a snowman, and we can call him Parson Brown," which is kind of funny words to be coming out of the mouth of an 8-year-old. But I do very fondly remember doing that song with her. So when I think of the holidays, I think of music, I think of tradition, and I think that one of the best things are the memories that we make by singing together and by carrying on with those traditions. So we will present for you our version of Winter Wonderland.
Creating memories right here, as you sit. The only jazz chord you hear tonight. That only, we dinked around with that, and it was like, okay, we did it. You pulled it off. Okay, good job. Mary, how long have you been in the choir, Mary?
Just this year. Okay. The next song is titled "Lead with Love," and although I wasn't familiar with this song, I chose to introduce it because the message felt very comforting and inspiring. A quote from Mahatma Gandhi sums it up: "Where there is love, there is life. The older I get, the more I believe this and strive to use it as a lesson for living my best life. The more love we put out to the universe, the more love that comes back to us. If everyone followed this, the world would be a better place.
Okay, it's a love fest. You ready? So this was written by Melanie DeMore. She's a powerhouse activist, and we had, it was an interesting year this year because we started in September and we went through some things this fall, a few things that kind of were interesting to get through. Well, we won't go into any more than that, other than November was difficult. But we led with love, right? Let's go. It cheats. It cheats. And you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with the foot. One foot in front of the other and lead with the. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with the foot. One foot in front of the other and lead with the. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. One foot and lead with the other one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Your path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other one. One foot and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other one foot in front of the other one. One foot and lead with love. I know you're scared. Well, I'm scared too. But here I am. Right next to you. But you gotta put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other one foot and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other one foot and lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with love. And lead Fran DiSarro. Who is, oh my goodness, it's
Hello. So the next song we're going to sing originally was written by Otis Redding, but became the first #1 hit for one of my favourite singers of all time, the Queen of Soul, Miss Aretha Franklin. So Aretha was an independently wealthy woman who simply wanted respect from her partner. She changed the lyrics subtly, but significantly enough, with such passion that it's become a universal rallying cry for civil rights and the feminist movement. From 1967 to this day, I don't think anybody's ever going to misspell the word respect. And to this day, the song's meaning still carries weight. Respect is forever an issue. If we all show respect to each other for our differences, for the choices we make in religion, sexuality, politics, and everyday lives, respect our individuality, and that it's okay to be different and have a different view. let's take Aretha's message with us today in our own rallying cry of R.E.S.P.E.C.T. Sing along with us, guys. What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you get home, mister, I ain't gonna do you wrong. Why you gone? I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking it's for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you get home. R.E.S.P.E.C.T. Find out what it means to me. R.E.S.P.E.C.T. Take care of TCP. Oh, a little respect. Hey, now, a little respect. Richard. I'm about to give you all my money, but guess what? In return, you'll give me my brothers when you get home. Hey, baby, when you get home. Hey. R.E.S.P.E.C.T. Find out what it means to me. R.E.S.P.E.C.T. Take care of TCP. Oh, a little respect. Hey, now, a little respect. Tiger, I keep on trying. I'm running out of goals, and I ain't lying. Come on, team. R.E.S.P.E.C.T.
That's Sharon Thornton. Me? Okay, we got some, let's see, make some room here. We have, this is something we've never done before. We have Dream Choir dancers. Woohoo! Look out. My friend Nancy Swan, who is getting a new knee today, so when she was a counselor in school, they made up these actions. You're introducing this, I'm not. They made up the actions, so you guys are doing what Nancy Swan taught.
I don't know anything about Nancy Swan, but I can tell you about this. Anyway, when our minimal male section found out we were going to be featured for one song, we entertained ideas from everyone from Elvis to the Brian Jonestown Massacre before we came up with this one. And the best part was we barely even needed to look at the lyrics to sing them. And you probably won't need to look at the lyrics either, but in case you do, or in case you get in trouble, I should say, just keep your eyes on the solid gold Dream Choir dancers and they'll get you through. Oh, by the way, this one is called The Letter by the Boxtops. Give me a ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, now I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, now I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter.
To go from the ridiculous to the sublime, or the sublime to the...
That was a first. That's the first time the whole audience has stood up and danced. Thank you very much. So that was the men's selection. Now we're going to do the women's selection, which is called Star of Wonder. It was written and performed by the Roches, who were three sisters, Maggie, Terry, and Susie, who grew up in Park Ridge, New Jersey. Maggie and Terry started as a duo, writing their own songs, and Susie joined them in the late 70s. There's something really magical and joyful about three sisters singing together in three-part harmony. Cat wrote a beautiful song about that very thing that we did last time. And maybe we'll do it again. The Roches released their first album in 1979 and spent the 80s performing in folk clubs in the village, mostly small audiences, and occasionally on shows like Soundstage on PBS and The Johnny Carson Show. In the 80s, my friend Sloanie's older brother Loudon Wainwright was living with Susie and their little girl Lucy, so we saw and heard quite a bit of the Roches back then. In 1990, they honored their Christmas caroling roots with a release of We Three Kings with our next song, Star of Wonder. Here it is. I highly recommend it, and I understand it's all on YouTube now. So if you want to really feel the holiday spirit in your heart, highly recommend it. So here we are, the Dream Choir girls, women, doing Star of Wonder.
The crones are not all crones, not all crones. Some are honorees. You know, it's interesting because some songs sound hard but are easy to learn, and some songs sound easy but are hard to learn. That one was hard. I decided I'd introduce the next song. When I moved from Los Angeles to New York, I auditioned for a singing group, became part of the Satin Dolls. This was a long time ago. You can see that we're not quite as hip and cool as the Roche sisters. We did, we did Andrew's Sisters and things like that. And we always had to wear costumes, and all kinds of costumes. Like this was for Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. But we started out singing Christmas carols, and we sang at the Empire State Building, and I think in this outfit, this next outfit, we sang at the Rainbow Room. So I just loved this arrangement of this song. So my friend Bettina, who's the dark-haired woman, arranged this one, and it was one of my favorite songs, the Christmas songs that the Satin Dolls did. So I made them sing it, and don't you love it, guys? You know, we had people complain because we weren't doing Christmas songs. So we've got like 3 or 4 Christmas songs tonight. I hope you appreciate today. I hope you appreciate it.
Yay, all right.
This is kind of a hard one to sing too.
See if you get the words out. Sleigh ride.
Neil's going to come down and play our last song with us. Neil Sandelman. Neil and his wife, the dancer, Bruna.
She's not dancing for this.
No.
So this is Christmas. And there should be a slide up there very soon. Oh, there. And that's a Christmas picture, a 2024 Christmas picture of my son Philip with his fiancée Abby on a visit to the New York Botanical Gardens. And the next photo, we will see that, I don't know if any of you visited the exhibit, Alice in Wonderland exhibit at the New York Botanical Garden. So that is a large-scale chess set, and it was part of the exhibition. The piece is entitled Play It by Trust. It was donated by the artist, Yoko Ono. She first designed this on a small scale in the 1960s as part of the anti-war movement. She uses a color that symbolizes universal peace. A single color that, making all those pieces the same color, right? It's virtually impossible to distinguish, who's playing. right? So sooner or later, you lose track of whose piece is whose. And so the question becomes, how do you proceed in chess if you don't know who your opponent is? Some of us here will remember the peace activism of John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Well, it turns out that campaign culminated in our last song for the evening, Happy Christmas, War is Over, If We Want It. These aspirational words will resonate themes of peace and hope, and they remind us, right, that love and understanding and compassion will always prevail over adversity. Much like the spirit of Christmas, sadly that only comes once a year, reminds us to be kinder and more united. In closing with this song, the Dream Choir wishes you and your families a very happy holiday filled with peace and joy and harmonized hearts. May the essence of this holiday inspire us all to strive for a world where war truly is over and love triumphs.
Have you done another year?
right, we need this aisle. We're going to walk out this way, so.
Good.
Thank you so much. You know there's a good spread out there. You got to stay for the spread. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for helping us celebrate the Dream Choir. It means a lot. All right, we love you. Bye.